Hi guys, it's Dr. Lucretia Prince. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to ask that you guys will subscribe and that you will also share with your family and your friends. I have received all of your messages requesting and asking when I was going to start a channel. So here you go, guys. I've started the channel. I'm excited about it. We have some great things that we're planning to do on our channel. So before I log off on today, I just kind of wanted to talk to you a moment about getting out of the boat. I spoke last Sunday about if you want to walk on water, you have to get out of the boat. And it came from Matthew, the 14th chapter, starting at the 22nd verse. And it's a very familiar passage that talks about the disciples that were inside of the boat and they see what they think is a ghost coming towards them. And Peter, crazy Peter, stands up and he say, Lord, if it's you, then command me to walk on water. And so Jesus commands him to come out of the boat. And so a lot of people, when you hear this particular passage, a lot of people condemn Peter because once he stepped outside of the boat, he took his eyes off of Jesus and he begins to sink. Well, the part that I really want to focus on is that Peter did something that the other 11 disciples did not do. What was that? He had the courage to get up and to get out of the boat. And I really believe that in 2019, God is calling us to get up and to get out of the boat. And so one of the things that really stood out to me is that what does the boat represent? The boat represents fear. The boat represents that place of comfort, that place where, okay, it's safe right here. But how many of you know that if you are going to walk on water, meaning if we're going to do the impossible, if we're going to do the things that has never been done before, it's not going to happen in the safety comfort of the boat. It's not going to happen in the place where doubt is. It's not going to happen in the place where fear is. And so I am challenging each of you, along with myself, is to let 2019 be the year that we step up and we step out of the boat. There are some great things that God has in store for all of us outside of the boat. And as long as we are comfortable inside the boat, we'll never know the things that God has planned for us. And another thing that God really showed me in this is that inside the boat was the other 11 disciples. What were they doing? What were they doing when Peter decided to stand up and step out? They were probably saying, "You're crazy. You can't walk on water. What are you doing?" But sometimes you have to forget about who's in the boat with you. Sometimes you can't wait until everybody else sees the vision before you step out of the boat. Because if Peter would have waited on the other 11 disciples, he would have never gotten out of the boat. And so even though once Peter got out of the boat, he feared and he started paying attention to things that were around him. But guess what? He still did something that the other 11 disciples did not do. He stepped out of the boat. And still people are talking about that even today, that he walked on water. And so I encourage you that this is our season to get out of the boat. That there are some things that God has planned for us. There are some awesome and some mighty things that God says, "Hey, I want you to have that. I want you to be able to obtain that." But you got to get out of your comfort zones. And so we begin to say, "Well, I'm waiting on God." And God says, "No, I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you to take one step." And when we take one step, he'll take the next step and he'll take the next step. And in that particular passage, we learn that even when Peter began to sink, it says that Jesus caught his hand immediately, which lets me know that when I step out, when I launch out, sometimes I'm going to fall. Sometimes it's not going to happen the way that I thought that it's going to happen. But guess what? He's always right there to catch us. He's always right there to pick us up when we fall. So I encourage you to let 2019 not be a year that we talk about it. Talk about it from the boat, but this will be a year that we step up and that we step out of the boat so that we can obtain everything that God has for us. Once again, this has been Dr. Lucretia Prince. Please like, subscribe, and share my channel with your family and friends. God bless you. Until next time.